Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, so I'm doing a test fit right now of the ZR Edition front splitter. It's made by Extreme Dimensions. So those of you who don't know, Extreme Dimensions builds a lot of fiberglass parts or Duraflex parts for various years of Corvettes, and they resell them to different sellers who will put their label on it or whatever the case is. Um, so right now, in terms of quality and fitment, I'm kind of on the fence. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Now, if you take a look while it's on the car, even though it's not bolted down, it doesn't look that bad. But there's a couple of parts that may need a little nudging to try to get them to line up, especially on the outer corners. Now, it is Duraflex, but is there really that much flex to it is another story. It's not like urethane, which it has a lot more give and that sort of thing. So I'm going to have to try to massage it in there. And I think it'll look okay, but it's not a perfect piece. And that's what kind of bothers me. There's no reason in today's day and age why a company such as Extreme Dimensions can't really focus and work on the mold. I know they probably do a lot of high volume, so on and so forth, but a lot of it's in the process of how you make things, how you do things. And I think a lot of people would be willing to pay a couple extra dollars extra, even though maybe you don't necessarily have to, if you just create a good, decent product with minimal defects and minimal problems. Like I said, some of it is like it's not as smooth as it could be, and I get it. Someone could argue, well, these are aftermarket pieces, not OEM pieces. Sure, fine, but again, in today's day and age, you can make a proper mold, test fit it, and then make every other sample same as the first one that came out. And that's what quality assurance is, making everything consistent every single time. Now, if you can't get it, if you're not going to be able to get it right, I don't know how many times, try to get it at least at a very high percentage, 99% of the time. Why not? There's no reason that you can't. So sorry to go off on that little rant, but let's take a look at what I'm referring to. So if you can see right here, now there's a gap, but once I bolt everything up, it is going to come up, and that's fine. But what happens is this side here slightly comes out, as does the other side. Now, it's actually contoured on the inside to follow the line of the front bumper, meaning this should be able to be tucked in against it and lined up properly, but as you can see, it is not. Now, once I bolt the center and I work my way out, I'll see if there's enough flex and give on both sides to slightly push it in to get as close as I can. Now, am I being maybe a little overly critical? Perhaps. But at the same time, I go back to my previous statement. I'll make this piece work no matter what. I have it, whatever. And plus, I still have to modify mine. I'm going to wrap it in 5D carbon fiber. I'm going to build my own under tray so it gets extended. So, and then at the underneath, I'm going to build also a basically a ram air to force more of the air back into the engine bay for proper cooling. Because as you can see, I removed the underdam because it was actually in the way. I still could probably use the dam and modify it by cutting off the corners, but I'll just make my own under tray. So I'll report as it goes along, but that's my rant of the day. Thanks, guys.